everybody, welcome back to Mel's Board Game Room. So today I'm going to be showing you my game haul from FallCon 39. FallCon is a big board game convention that we do in Calgary. It's the largest board game convention in Alberta. There's other convention, but this one is completely about board games. So I've been attending since 2018. This is my third time live streaming from the event. So I spent most of the weekend live streaming all weekend long. And there's an auction. And of course, I got to attend the auction. I've acquired quite a few from the auction, but there's also vendors there. And I walked around and acquired for a lot from vendors also. So it was great. Plus, I mean, there's lots of people attending, and there was a math trade. I know that was happening. I didn't partake in that because my understanding is math trade is you are getting rid of games and exchanging. And I haven't discovered how to do that. I like to purchase games. I'm not great at letting go of games. But there's a lot of people attending. I had ended up buying a few secondhand games ahead of time that got kind of transferred out at FallCon. So I'm going to include that as well so that you guys can also see what came from that. So there's a lot of games to go through. If you're watching this on Instagram, I think Instagram has like a thing there where it'll only allow so much or so much time. So just so you know, if it cuts, then you may want to jump onto the YouTube channel and then kind of catch it there. So I was doing live stream all weekend long with my buddy Dave from the rathole.ca, and he's saying this is going to be a long show, and it very well may be, mainly because Dave kind of kept seeing me coming back and I kept buying other games. I have very little control when it comes to board games, but let's get started because otherwise we will be here all day long. Okay, let me change over and we will have this here. So first I'm going to share the games that I bought ahead of time or secondhand and got them at FallCon. So first one I got is Robin Hood, Adventures of Robin Hood. This is a game that I had heard a lot about. I had never played it before. It seemed super interesting. It's one of those where, like, the board, now you know what, you can't see from that, so I'm just going to open the box to show you. The board has things that opens up. Like, it's actually like a dual layer right on the board, and there's a bunch of things that you are going to discover. My understanding is like a build your own adventure, and you have this book, but look at this. Like, this is all the things that you will be discovering as you play the game. I'm so excited for this. I actually got this copy from Carla. We do the podcast together, so super excited for this. Robin Hood. So that was the first one that is getting added to the collection. This is going to be amazing. Okay, so next one I have Ancestry. You know what? I know absolutely nothing about this. This is one that Carla said, you know what? Let's get you. I'm just going to add this to the games that I'm giving you. I think she likes to do that because it stays in the family, as she likes to say. So I don't know anything about Ancestry. Actually, she was giving me games and I'm like, oh, I don't remember this one. She's like, oh, I'm just giving this one to you. Carla, what are you doing? It's a bit of a mess in there, but the component looks very interesting. Like, these are very nice, thick cardboard. I don't know anything about this game, so we are going to have to figure that out. And then that's one, though, Ancestry. So if you've played this and you know, let me know. So Dave is saying he did not win the how many game does Mel get pool. For some reason, my friends likes to bid on how many games I'll end up getting, and they all come up with a number. I believe this year's winner was Jeff. with and then this is for the auction, just the auction. So it was 8 games, 7 game at the auction. He guessed 8. But we'll see. Like we'll keep a tally of how many I got total and see who win that pool that way. Okay, next one that I got this weekend is Coffee Rush. I am not a coffee fan. In fact, I really, really do not like coffee. However, this game is so good. The components, you have like the little cups. Actually, you know what? Let's open it. This is an open game. Anyways, you have actual physical little cups that you're going to put ingredients in. And oh my, did she not play this? This is another one that I got from Carla. And like this is all, oh, she probably just puts them back. But okay, here we go. Guys, look at this. Look at this. This is like the little cup. So every time you do an order, you're going to put all the like the ingredients that you're collecting in there. Like these look amazing. So even if you like coffee or don't like coffee, makes no difference. From component alone, this game has such amazing table presence. And it's really gets like hectic. You are a barista, you're trying to, and then it gets busy, and then some orders don't get done, and then that's bad, and it gets so hectic, and it's such an interesting game. So Coffee Rush, this is another one that I acquired, well, from my friend Carla over the weekend. Next one I have here is New York City Emergency Room. I like my exit games. I like the games where you got to figure out what's happening and you got to make your way through. And this is one of those games. But I also came from a pharmacy background. I work in a pharmacy for like 20 plus years. And this one, what you're trying to figure out is you have patients and you got to figure out what's wrong with them, treat them, and trying to make sure that they stay alone as they're staying in the emergency room in New York City. It was such an interesting game. I've only played one of these. Actually, the first patient one, me and Carla played that one together. I haven't done the other 3. And this is one that I really, really want to do. So New York City Emergency Room. I know they came out with like a Miami one as well. So there's more of these ones. But it's such a neat spin on the exit games, and it's so good. So we got that one there. Then I had purchased from my friend John Beer and Bread. This is a 2-player game by Scott Alms, and it's just a really interesting game where you are collecting different things. You're making beer and you're making bread, and it's like you have limited things of what you can carry, and then some of the stuff that you can't take will go to the other player. It was just a fun one. I've played it a few times, but I didn't own my own copy. Now I do. So Beer and Bread. And then the last one that I got secondhand is Wine Cellar. Now, if you follow my channel, you have heard me talk about Wine Cellar quite a few times. This game has made my top 9 list often. I really like this game. I just never own a copy. I got this from my friend Greg. I bought it secondhand, although it's still in shrink. He's never even opened it. And he never played it. I asked, I was like, did you play it? He said, no, I've never played it, which is why he's selling it to me. Because had he played it, he would have kept it. So I'm really grateful that he didn't play this yet before he decided to sell it so that I can have my own copy. It is such an interesting drafting game where you're trying to create like a wine collection and kind of it goes in order and you're trying to make it so that it provides the most points. Super, super cool game. I am so excited that this is now in my collection. All right, let's talk about the games that I have purchased from the vendors throughout the FallCon weekend. First thing I'm going to point out is my new tea mug. I was going to say coffee mug, but this will never see a coffee. This is is only going to be used for tea. I purchased this at the Steeped Games booth, and it's just a D20 tea mug. And I am so completely in love with this. I walked by, I stopped, I was like, I'm going to need one of these. I must have this cup. And look at it. It's so amazing. Oh my God. I am ridiculously excited for this. So if you don't have a D20 cup, you should check out Steep Game. I believe they had quite a bit in their inventory, but so that's gonna go over here because I'm gonna be drinking tea out of that. All right, now, Metal Galaxy. No, I'm sorry. Geek Out Galaxy was on location. Let me show that here for you. So Geek Out Galaxy was on location, and they are a board game online store where you can purchase board game. They're kind of local to my area, so I've been reaching out to them. And I'm actually going to show you the website just because this is what I wished all board game store would do. So this is just kind of to show you, you have like you're looking at the products. Let's say I'm going to select Unscrewed. What's neat with Unscrewed is even the designer doesn't have this game. This is out of print, but Geek Out Galaxy has it. So it has a rating on here, 3.25 out of 6. And it quickly shows you the age, the player, the time. It has it in Canadian dollars here because, I'm in Canada. And if you click on View Details, it's going to bring a lot of really great information about the game. That's one thing I wish more online stores did so that you didn't have to go leave the website and go do a bunch of research to see if this is a game you want, if this is a game you don't want. This one here, so it shows you kind of the game specification, product description, additional product images, the core rating. And then I'm going to actually go to the core rating. You could just kind of scroll down, but it shows, like the complexity, that sort of stuff, the description on the products, so extra pictures that's available. And this is the available core rating. So 3.25 out of 6 means for how beginner friendly to how hardcore of a game this is. And this kind of falls in the middle here. So you have a 2 out of 6 for complexity, 3 out of 6 for occasion, 4 out of 6 for replayability, and 4 out of 6 for experience. And that core it's so amazing. Isn't this just so helpful for what are you gonna decide? Which game would kind of suits your need? And then it has what the strategy is, randomness, the complexity, the replayability, player interaction, and luck. Who does this game cater to? Is this game for you? This is something that I believe is unique to Geek Out Galaxy. So be sure to check them out, geekoutgalaxy.com. So amazing. They also have ways that you can kind of partake with them to get, is it called the Signal? Let me go click on that. Where you can kind of get perks for helping promote them because they're fairly new. They've been around for a little bit, but I believe that the online thing is fairly new. But there are different ways that you can kind of get involved with them. So go and check out their website, just because it's really, they do it so well. Now, I have purchased quite a bit from them this weekend. I was walking by when we did our let me go back up here. We were doing like a walkthrough of FallCon, and I spotted this. Now, this looks like a beautiful little stuffy. Don't be fooled. This is Cheeky Monkey. So Cheeky Monkey is a game by Reiner Knizia. It's a really, really good game. I have played this before, but it was really difficult to find. You just open it here, and all the components for the games are in here. I do believe it's kind of similar to No Mercy, or Botswana. It's one of those two that it kind of plays similar to, but with really satisfying. Oh, this was open and I didn't realize I'm spilling my monkey's guts here. But I was so excited to see that. I was like, oh my God, I am coming back. Do not go anywhere because I'm going to need to have this game. So I got this little Cheeky Monkey game here. That comes in a really cute, adorable stuffy. But it's just so worth it. Oh my God, I was excited. Next game that I got from them as well is Word of Melon. Word of Melon made our top 9 word game that we had done on the podcast, the board game specialist. Now, it did make my list because I have never played this. I have never seen it, but Carla had it, and she went on about how great of a game it is. And this is kind of still closed up here, but it's a word game. The components are super cute. I'm not gonna do full talk about it too much because I don't remember, and I'm not gonna open it because we're gonna be here a really long time. So Word of Melon, amazing, cool word game that I'm excited to get to the table. Okay, what else have we got here? Let me see. There was another game that I purchased from Geek Out Galaxy, and that is Fossilis. So Fossilis is a KTBG game. It's one that I have been really interested in seeing it. I had actually first seen it on Our Family Plays game, and they were talking about it, and I was like, really? I really want that. I live very close to Drumheller, which is the largest dinosaur museum in the world, I do believe. And this just appeals. You're digging for bones. So I was really excited to see this. I'm excited to play it. Now, I bought it at Geek Out Galaxy, but KTBG was also on site there, so you could buy some of their games. And I believe they had it there as well. But I did grab some other things from them. So let me show you what I got from KTBG. Sorry, I'm just bending now. Okay, I also got Lairs with the dry erase boards to go with it. And I don't know, I've never played Lairs. It's a 2-player game. Everybody at FallCon was talking about this game because they had it set up, they played it, and they were talking about how absolutely amazing that it was. And apparently that's good enough for me. So I am super excited to get this to the table. I really enjoy 2-player games. I really enjoy KTBG games. And Lairs is now part of the Mel's Board Game Room family. So we will be putting that on the shelf somewhere. Putting things on the shelf is going to be a little bit of its own game here. Now, they also had at the KTBG, it's not even a KTGB. So KTBGB was there with Palmetto Way. So this might have been a Palmetto Way game, but they had Tree Line, and it looked really interesting. So this is another one that was set up that everybody was talking about how great that it was. And I ended up picking a copy of this for myself as well. So we have this one. And then I also got Seashells. So Seashells, from what I understand, is a simpler set collection game from KTBG by Bruno Fiducci. The reason I got it is the amazing looking components that were in here. I am from the Maritimes. I've lived with the ocean in my backyard, but I now live in Alberta, and there is no ocean anywhere close. So anytime I see something that is has that theme, I am all over it just because it has such nostalgia for me. So Seashells was added to the collection. And then we also had ELO game there, and they were showcasing a couple of games that you could also purchase. And I got Bunny Kingdom Town. I didn't even know this was out. I had heard nothing about it. Somehow I was completely in the dark on this. I did enjoy Bunny Kingdom quite a bit. Bunny Kingdom Town is the 2-player version. I absolutely adore 2-player version of larger games for some reason. Love that. And, just the bunnies. It looks so cute and adorable. So how does this play? I don't know. I didn't have a chance to sit down, but I will be finding out because it is now in my collection. Yay, happy me. Okay, so that is what was purchased from the vendors. Oh, nice. So our family plays games says that it is actually a really fun and strategic game. So makes me feel even better about my purchase. Now, next part is we went to the auction. The way that the auction works, and they do really well, is there was over 300 games in the auction. You get a baton, and it's a paint stirring stick with a piece of noodle, like those swimming noodles, and you get the baton and you hold it up when you want to bid, and they'll be calling out prizes, and as long as you're willing to pay that price, you keep your baton up, and when the price goes over what you want to pay, then you put your baton down, and they keep going up in price until there's only one baton, and that is the winner of the auction. It is so hard not to just get carried away in auction. And honestly, I do. I do get carried away. But the good thing is it's a cash only auction. So you cannot spend more than you have cash for. So very good. Let me show you what I got at the auction. So I'm just going to show them in order of size because that's how I have them stacked. And then they have like the sticker on there. It's like, and these stickers kind of remove super easily so it doesn't damage the game at all. And this one here is called Luz. I don't know anything about this. It's a yellow game. Brent, my friend, when they were doing the auctions, like, Melanie, this is a really, really good game. It's by Elo and Yellow. I love both of them. So I'm not concerned. It's a beautiful looking game, but that's all I know about it. That it has cards and that it looks beautiful and that it will be in my collection. So Luz is another one that we have. I'll start stacking them over there. This one is, there's a thing with the auction. When they start bidding, if nobody bids on a game, I feel bad for the game. And it's ridiculous. It's a game. Why are we feeling bad for the game? But I did. Oh, and actually, our family plays game just pointed out that Luz is a weird trick-taking game, but it is fun, and I absolutely love trick-taking games. So the fact that it's a trick-taking game makes me so, so excited. Okay, so the next one that I purchased out of pity for the poor game that was not getting bid on, plus it looked kind of cool. And that is, let me remove the sticker here, is Exposed. So what does this do? I don't know. But look, it is ocean theme, so maybe that's why I end up getting it. And it's like a card game. So you move, steal, and expose. It just looked kind of cute and adorable, and it was $5. So, it looks very cool. So I will have that in my collection as well. Next one that I backed at the auction, and let me just take the sticker off here so you can see the box better. And that is On Tour. So I have heard of On Tour. I have never played it. And then they had it there. Actually, they had two. They had this one and then they had another one. So I ended up getting this one. And this is, from what I understand, is you're a band and you're making a tour and you're trying to kind of organize where you're going to go best you can. And it's just a beautiful looking game. So our family's like, I'm Al just giving lost games home. I do picture this as like, I am adopting these games and giving them a good home to live in. We have a very large family of games here. So there we go. On Tour is my next one that I backed. Then I bought this game. Actually, at the auction, I am surprised at how many in-shrink games they had in the collection. This one isn't one of them. It kind of looked because it's so shiny. But this is D-Day Dice. Do or die. So dice game, I enjoy. D-Day is a theme that my kids were such like army buff. They really enjoyed anything that had to do with army. So because of that, I tend to get those games right away. So I don't know how much is in there. This is a heavy, heavy box. There's tons in here. Look at this. Lots of dice. It's super heavy. There's tons of stuff in here. So that's kind of all I know about it. But I'm really excited to give this one a try. Just a theme that we enjoy in our family. So D-Day dice. Then I got Honeybuzz. This is a game that I have played before. This is one that was a new and shrink, so it has just never been open. And this is like your it's almost like an economic game about honey and bees. Now, this is the retail portion. So with the game that I had played, it was a deluxe copy, but even the retail copy has the squishy plastic honey. And the pieces of honey were so completely satisfied to just squish as you play. I absolutely love that. Components were so amazing. Like the deluxe had like fuzzy bees, like the pieces had like little fuzzy on it. And I don't know that I love that. So the retail will be just fine. But it was a really, really cool game. And I'm excited that I have this now. So we'll put that aside there. Next one that I have is another thing that we like, or another theme we liked in our household, maybe even more than the Army theme, and that is racing games. And I got Rallyman GT. I have so many racing games. We have Downforce, we have Heat, we have they're all escape me now, but they're the dice ones. So Rallyman GT is one that I've had my name on or my eyes on for a really long time and had never had the chance to play. But it looks so good. And this is one that is new and shrink. It is one that is kind of dice driven racing. And that's all I know. But it's race games. So it's one of those that I won't have to fight with my kids to get this to the table. They'll be all over that. And actually, Lee didn't attend FallCon with me, so he's not all gamed out. And he says, if you want, we could play a game tonight. I'm like, yes, I really want to. And Rallyman GT is the one that caught his eye. So we'll be giving that one a try tonight. The last game I got from the auction is the biggest game, and that is Magnate the First City. Can't even fit him on my screen here. It's so big. I don't know hardly anything about it, except it was a big box. And they were saying, actually, that this had bunch of 3D copy. I'll take the bit of paper off after here. And there's a bunch of 3D components of the cities that you're building, as well as like the actual size of like the digger. And I'll just open this to show you. So city building games normally I enjoy. Look how well organized this is. This is super well organized. And then the components were really cool. And where's this digger? It's underneath this one here. And we have like the little digger in here. I'm not even going to describe like a little digger in here. Like these are big, neat, chunky components about city building. So that's all I know. But I am willing to give this a try. Oh, excuse me. That was the box, I swear. So that's Magnate the First City. And I can't believe we actually ended up going through my entire list in less than 30 minutes. So these are all the games that have followed me from FallCon. To me, that was a success. This is great haul. I'm excited about all of these games. I'll need to start performing Small Miracle and see if I can find room for all of these games. But that was it. So thank you so much for tuning in. And hopefully we'll be talking about some of these soon here. So bye, everybody.